This is video taken by my friend Colin in the village of Oresh after I'd left. Now his house is on the opposite side of the main road to where these fires are, and the temperature this day had reached 42 degrees or more, and the fires were fairly spontaneous. As you may imagine, wildfires happen in hot countries. Now Colin had the option to fly his drone over to where the fire was, but it wasn't performing very well. It was overheating on this rather hot day, and so he had to wait until after the fire. As I said, the fire's on the opposite side of the village to where Colin's house is, but it got within 20 metres of my house before it turned down towards Svishtov. The fire not only brought half a dozen fire engines into the area, but it attracted the national press as well, and they came along doing interviews. By the following day it was safe to go into the area that had been burning, and the drone did in fact fly over the area, so thanks to Colin for these pictures of the aftermath of the Oresh fires. Back now to the logistics of my trip this time, and we used to fly from Liverpool to Varna, but that route closed last year, and then we'd drive to Svishtov. But I think if you look at the map you'll see there's an even nearer airport up there in Romania. So I flew in from Liverpool to Bucharest, and because it was a late flight and also it was delayed by several hours, it was after 4 o'clock in the morning when I got into the centre of Bucharest. So there's the hotel I stayed in, and here's a view from the hotel entrance looking back across the road towards the railway station. You can see how close it is, and from there I was going to get my train down into Bulgaria. This is my train. It's a one-carriage train. I thought they were just shunting an extra coach into the station. You see a guy waving a flag, he's signalling to the driver, because when you back a train onto the platform, the driver can't actually see when he's reached the buffers. So the guy with the flag is signalling him, and then as he approaches the correct point, he blows his whistle. There seem to be a couple of whistle signals that he can do as well, and he waves the appropriate flag signals. So the train is parked in position, and I was able to get on and start the journey across the river Danube. So let me start with the most scary part of this journey. I walked to the back of the train, or rather the coach, to take some pictures of the railway and the bridge over the Danube, and I found that the door on my left wasn't a door. There's nothing there. There's the push buttons to open and close it, but nothing at all. A couple of grab rails. I did actually probably get better shots with not having any glass in the way, but I was hanging on for dear life. I had one hand on that grab rail and the other hand holding the camera, trying to film where we were going and where we'd been, because I could also look out the back of the train. So we're now on the bridge over the Danube, and if you're wondering where the road traffic has gone, you may have seen that a short while back, it's now on top of us. The roadway has gone over the top of our bridge, and we're on a double-decker bridge obviously. There's all these wagons thundering along up top. We can't hear them, can't feel them, but that's where they are. So here it is, the rather wide River Danube at this point. As you probably know, if you've ever been on a Danube cruise, it comes a long way before it even gets here. Oh, and this is just a quick look to my right, where there is a door on the other side of the train, just to reassure you. I'm still thinking the pictures look better through the open doorway. We're halfway across, which means we are leaving Romania and we're heading into Bulgaria sometime about now. They can't actually draw a line down the middle of the river, of course, so yeah, we have to guess where it is. And so we've made the journey across the River Danube from Romania to Bulgaria, and as we come across onto land, the roadway from above our heads starts to come down alongside us, and you can see how busy the road traffic is as well. And they, of course, all have to stop and pay a toll as they leave. It suddenly goes dark and quiet. Well, this is Ruse railway station. I've never seen such a dark place. It seems to have some nice architecture, but compared to the hustle and bustle of Bucharest, it's like a morgue in here. Still, at least it was nice and cool. Now out into the sunshine again.
Well, behind me is Ruse railway station, that big building. I'm not standing doing this right outside the station because there's two rather large Alsatian type dogs there. And although they seem fairly docile, I'm sure if I stood there long enough and talked, they'd think I was talking to them and come up to me. Yeah, well, not going to find out how fierce they are. Walk past them from the train, and that's all I'm doing for now. I'm going to get a bus. It's very easy to get a bus here. You just walk out of the station to where I am now. And up there's some steps going into the bus station. So a quick swivel round, then the stairs to the bus station are behind me. So adjoining transport and interchange, if you like, that's what we'd call it at home. And I can get a bus here to a number of places. I've looked at the departures. It's all in the Cyrillic alphabet, but I've got to recognise some of them over the years. So I can tell that there's a bus going to Varna, Bafa, I think it's called in Cyrillic. And there was one going to Bucharesti, which is, of course, Romanian anyway, and so like the English word for it. There's one going to Svishtov, and I'm not going to try and say that in Bulgarian, but I recognise it because I've been there so many times. I'm sure they go to VT and lots of other places. Sofia, they've got to go to Sofia. So I'm going to go and get a bus from just up those steps.
Well, the railway station had absolutely no catering facilities at all, not even a vending machine, but luckily there was plenty to eat and drink at the bus station. Well, you know I got a bus from Ruse to Svishtov. You know I spent a week or so in the area looking at my house in Oresh and so on. So here's the journey back. And as I said last time, the house I stayed in is right opposite the bus station. It's a new bus station since I was last here. The old one hasn't been taken over yet, but I gather it's going to be some kind of a car showroom or sales area. The new bus station is extremely smart. They look as though they're building a cafe in there. You can buy tickets for the buses here, and one of the girls speaks English, so it was a nice experience, as was the journey in a beautiful air-conditioned minibus that took me back to Ruse. And as you leave Svishtov, it starts to climb along the edge of the Danube on the journey back. All very pleasant. So this is the platform at Ruse railway station, where I met some Australians who'd been mountaineering both in Bulgaria and Romania, hence they were doing the border crossing too, and they were intrigued with my pocket camera, so they had to have a go of it.
Delete the files afterwards.
Oh yeah, I've got you now.
Yeah, and you might be able to see a little counter running in the bottom of the screen.
Can do, yeah.
So that shows you how cool it is.
Makes a change for someone to be filming me, I suppose. We waited on the platform here for quite a while the customs dealt with our passports, but eventually we headed back towards Bucharest. After a long and very hot day travelling from Svishtov through Ruse and up to Bucharest, the first thing I wanted to do on arrival was cool down and get something to eat. This air-conditioned pub was a wonderful place. The food was very cheap and very high quality. There was something nuts about the place. First I thought it was sawdust on the floor. Then I headed back to my hotel, on the way stopping at a shop to buy a couple of litres of water. Not that shop, the one next door. Next morning, when I pulled back the curtains in my hotel room, I found I had quite a good view across the city, and then I headed up towards the station with a few hours to spare so I could take a look at my surroundings. A lot of nice tall trees here to keep cool under. They have trolley buses and trams here, and overlooking the park where I ended up sitting, it looks like the headquarters of the Bank of Transylvania.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching. I'm sitting in a little park in Bucharest, Romania. It's right by the railway station, and I'm just plucking up the courage to dive into an extremely busy station and get a train up to the airport. I've been in Bulgaria, but I've come via Bucharest to see how it panned out, basically. What you do is you fly in here, you get a train down to Ruse in Bulgaria, and you have to go through Romanian customs on the way, and then Bulgarian customs once you've crossed the river Danube. Same on the way back, and a 3-hour train journey ends up being 4.5 hours on average, with all the border control that come on the train and spend their time looking at your passports. And in fact at Ruse they take them away and presumably scan them somewhere. So that's quite a thing. The reason my head keeps twitching is because things fly past my ear and I have had one fly in my ear, so I'm trying to avoid that by flicking it away. Yeah, I know, it looks strange, like I'm affected. Well, this heat here, we must be going nearer 40 degrees today. This heat is enough to affect me. I wasn't feeling particularly great yesterday, travelling on a train with no air conditioning in these temperatures and being stuck on it for nearly 5 hours. Never mind. So that's my little thing here from Bucharest. I have taken a couple of shots of the video around and about the place, and I'll no doubt manage to run the camera as I walk into the station, although don't know what you'll get, because I'll probably get swamped by people, may even get bowled over. That could make an even better video. So I'm getting the train now to the airport. Enjoy our videos.
Tickets in my sweatshirt pocket, one for me and one for Hackett. Going down from the riverside, we're gonna watch the game in the name of cricket. The road is long and the days are short, we all go along with the same old song. I wanna feel the rain and fall. Let's go to the road to sing a song. Let's go to the road to sing a song. Let's go to the road to sing a song.
Well, it's time to fight my way through these crowds to get to the platform where the airport train goes. I've been watching this bloke going around filming trains. He's got a big camera and a tripod and a young female assistant. I'm just wondering if I'm doing it wrong. Anyway, I think he's headed for the same platform as me.
I got 2 tickets in my sweatshirt